Welcome to my channel, and as you can see I've got a collection of retro balls here and a mini brands ball. These were my Christmas presents from my lovely family, my son, daughter-in-law and granddaughter. So I thought what I might do is open one of these and make it while I just tell you about my little Saga. So I'm going to pick the one with the least amount of pieces. I'm not going to do the flowers today. I'm not going to do that one. So we've got 220, 152, 141, 162. So we'll do the 141. So my story, partly why I haven't been up to doing videos. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had a phone call to wish me Happy New Year from my son. So anyway, I thought while I'm making this, I would explain a bit about what happened to me. So I spent a bit of August and a bit of September with my son and his family, and because we had lots of birthdays to celebrate, which was really lovely. But whilst I was there, my dear dad died, and yeah, that was pretty awful. He was in New Zealand, so I haven't been able to see him since 2019 because of all the nonsense that happened in 2020 and 2021. And I'll just open these while we're crackling, and then I will continue talking. Hope I'll get some scissors. I've got to say this is the retro telephone we'll be making. Anyway, whilst my dad's when our Sheltie, our beautiful Sheltie Stanley, started getting sick. In fact, he was sick when we took him up there, and we took him to the vet, and they thought he might have gastritis or something. I had my suspicions it was something worse because my dad was telling me about his symptoms and not wanting to eat, and our dear beloved Stanley was the same. He wasn't eating. He was also being sick as well. So anyway, we got back to the island, and Stanley died 3 days later. He did manage to go to church, and even then he was just absolutely delightful. He went and sat with a lovely lady, a friend of ours, who has had to give her dog up to ill health herself. He went and sat under a table to sort of reassure her. It was just beautiful. Anyway, so we had that happen, and I was pretty upset. I still hadn't really got over the death of our dear Percy, and I started to find the walks harder to do. So I walk Peter and Simon separately because of Peter's awful behaviour. He sets Simon off, so I don't want Simon to end up like Peter. So yeah. I walked them separately. Anyway, the walks were getting harder and harder, and I was really starting to struggle with the walks. I felt tired. These symptoms didn't start straight away. They sort of started in October. On the 16th of October, I was told by somebody who gave me a hug that my body was shaking or trembling, and I wasn't aware of it. I knew my hands were shaking a bit. Anyway, I started finding the walks a lot harder. I was always hot. I was walking around when it was sort of really cold in just a t-shirt because I was sweating so much. I couldn't sleep, but I was absolutely exhausted. Anyway, a whole bunch of symptoms, really. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. Can't work out what that is. I only seem to have... Oh, maybe it's that. Is it that? No. Anyway, I was having a whole bunch of symptoms. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't, was finding it hard to walk. I started having to go to the toilet a lot. We realised towards the end of October that my heart rate was exceedingly high. It was getting up to 140 to 160 on my walks, and these are just walks that I do every day. I've been doing them for the last 5 years, walking regularly every single day. But I've been walking less and less distance because it's been getting harder and harder. So anyway, the walks were getting harder, and we ordered a private blood test because my husband thought perhaps my cortisol levels weren't right. Well, my cortisol levels were fine, as it turned out. I actually had a phone call from the hospital that did the lab test doctor phoned me and said I needed to get to the doctor immediately. But did I take any notice? No, because it was a Wednesday and I had dog agility on Friday, which I take Peter to, and I wanted to do that first. And we'd already planned to go on up to the mainland on the following Sunday night. So I waited to Sunday night. We managed to get a doctor's appointment on the Monday morning, and she sent me straight to hospital. Apparently I was in thyroidtoxicosis. I had an extremely hyperactive thyroid. I had a heart monitor machine. I had more blood tests that showed I'd got worse since the previous week, which was also a Monday. I had the original blood test taken. I had some slight liver problems as well, which was probably because of the thyroid. So they did more tests because they wanted to find out what was causing it. Anyway, I got a call the next day saying that I had been diagnosed with Graves' disease, which is not very nice. It is an autoimmune disease, and it's pretty horrendous. Yep, pretty horrendous. And I wasn't very happy about that. So they wanted me to start immediately on medication. I did take the propranolol, which is for the heart, because I had to get the heart rate down. I mean, you can't. My resting heart rate was 120. In August it was 100. In August it was 60. So that just shows how high it was. Far more than normal. So anyway, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Oh, that goes in there. So anyway, I didn't want to start on the medication because we had done quite a bit of research by then, courtesy of my husband and the AI, and we knew that because I'd had a blood disorder autoimmune problem back in 1991, which resulted in my spleen being removed, that the risks were quite high for me to develop blood clotting problems, liver problems, and I already had a liver that was not quite right, and it also affects your white blood cells. So if you get a slight infection or ulcer or sore throat or anything like that, you have to go immediately to hospital. You have to stop taking your medication and you have to have more blood tests. Well, I just thought that seemed a bit crazy, especially as I had just been diagnosed on the Monday with a mild case of tonsillitis. So I thought, well, I shouldn't really be taking something that's going to I'm going to have to stop taking straight away. So we decided to take a more natural route, and I am taking various things like bugleweed, motherwort, lemon balm, and quite a few different things like L-carnitine. The list is quite long. I actually take quite a lot. You have to be quite dedicated to follow the natural route because there's quite a lot of things to take. You also have to I also went on an autoimmune protocol diet, so I've cut out all gluten, all milk products, all dairy products, all sugar. I don't take any grains. It's a huge list of what you can and can't have. But you know, I'm actually feeling quite a bit healthier. I went to a new church. It's a friend of ours' church. We went there, and they actually had a big praying healing prayer, and I was prayed over, which was quite an amazing experience. And the following day I had more blood tests, and I had actually improved. My levels had improved, not hugely, but they had improved, which is pretty amazing because it had only been a week and I'd only just started on the natural medications, natural healing herbs and things. So I think that was really quite incredible. Anyway, I've continued to take them. I've continued to stick very strictly to the diet, and I had more blood tests taken on the 20th of December, and my levels had improved significantly. So that was just absolutely incredible. I'm so thrilled. It's only through the grace of God. Glory be to God for healing me, and also, you know, us also taking proactive steps ourselves. Now, it's not going to be a quick process. It's going to be quite a long process. Even with drugs, it can take 12 months to 18 months before you are considered in remission. I think it's going to be sooner than that because my liver results have improved significantly. They've halved. My thyroid readings, one had halved and one had reduced by about 25%. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm feeling so much better than I was. My son has looked after me. Well, all credit to my whole family, my daughter-in-law, my lovely little granddaughter, and my son, who looked after me so well. He cooked every day for me. He cooked me lunch and he cooked me dinner, which meant he had to cook separate meals because of course I was on something different to everybody else. Even at Christmas time, I didn't indulge in anything that they recommended. I mean, anything that you would normally have for Christmas, because I didn't want to undo any of the good that I'd started. So yeah, that's really what's happened. I'm now back on the island until my next blood tests, and I hope for further improvement when I see the specialist then. And yeah, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but let's hope so. I have a feeling I've done something wrong there, but we will see. 1 to 2. Yep, there we go. Or maybe I haven't done something wrong. Now I did see a sloped one. Anyway, I want to hope that hasn't bored people too much, but I just wanted you to know what's been going on with me. I think it's only fair. You've all supported me and sent me, you know, good wishes and healing wishes and everything else. So I'm very, very grateful that you've sent me your prayers. A big thank you to all those who've prayed for me. Prayer does work. Healing does work. You've just got to believe in it. And yeah, that can be hard sometimes. I do know that. But God is willing. It says it in the Bible numerous times that he is willing to help us and heal us. That's what he wants for us all. And I know we can't always understand what happens and why, but I do think that what caused my problem was grief. Grief can really affect you in many ways, and as I say, I hadn't got over the death of Percy. I lost my mum in January, and then I lost my dear dad in August, and then our beloved Stanley. So it's not been an easy time of things. Anyway, I'm going to put the rest of this on not stop motion, what am I talking about? Time lapse, so that I can, you know, get this done. I say I really don't know what I'm doing here. I think that probably goes on there, but yeah, maybe like that. And right, so I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year, and I'm going to read a verse from Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. And yeah, God bless everybody. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for your prayers. I really appreciate them. They have helped. And onwards and upwards, as they say. I'm hoping to continue to improve. Well, I know I'm going to continue to improve. I'm not just hoping it, I know I am. And I thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to leave a comment. Continuing the rest of this in time lapse, as I mentioned in my video just a few minutes ago, and I thought I forgot to mention that I also got really, really ill with a very bad cough. It was horrendous, high temperature cough, and it lasted a good couple of weeks, if not slightly more. I'm over it now, although I have still got the remnants of it. I'm guessing that's what my tonsillitis was leading to, so it's a good thing I didn't take the medication. And here is the finished telephone. Ta-da! So I'm quite pleased with that, and I'm sure it'll be a great prop. Thanks for watching. Bye.